Let's go.
I fucking say something. I cued you.
You didn't do it right. It's 3, 2. You got to be quiet.
Shut the fuck up.
I learned that from Wayne's World.
No.
Learned that from Wayne's World.
By next time I cue you up, you better fucking
How about
have
you
something
cue
good.
these nuts?
Next time I cue you up, Grant, you better have something good. You better have something good, Grant.
Hey, why don't you shut your mouth and check if we're live on everything?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We're probably not. Probably on one thing.
We're streaming on everything, Grant. Stream on everything, Grant.
Hey, so when's old Boudreauxson making his appearance?
I don't know when old Boudreaux Clementine is gonna come on over here. Some of that gumbo. All right. Let me go repost, Grant.
Oh yeah, you better get it right. Don't. It's not a retweet.
No, retweet. Shut the fuck up. All right. What is going on? Oh, here it is. All right. Quote: "We are live now. We're live now."
What do you think about? Let me ask you a question. This is not game related. But what do you think about all that Shedeur Sanders stuff?
I called it, dude. I think he is too much of a risk.
The thing about it is he was, and I said this.
Too much of a risk.
I said this when I saw Cam Ward play. I was like, "Oh my god, this dude's good."
He is good.
Like I know, like everywhere he was throwing like 5,000 yards, 6,000 yards, like.
Mm-hmm.
So when he went to somewhere like Miami, I was like, "Yeah, he's gonna be good," and he was. Had he played for Colorado, they would have went to the playoffs.
I could see them making to the play. Yeah, I could see that.
Cam Ward he's just
Cam Ward and Travis Hunter.
Oh yes, I'm saying,
buddy.
You know, Travis Hunter is really a phenomenal. I mean, he looks like Bowser. I mean, he's in the face, like he looks like one of those plants, Venus flytrap plants from Mario.
Yeah,
but he's a fucking phenomenal athlete.
He is. All right. Grant, I got some trailers.
Is one of them that movie with The Rock?
What?
He's playing Mark Kerr. You know, he's talking about where he's got hair.
Yeah.
have you seen it?
Yeah. What are you referencing? I mean, why are you talking about that?
No, I'm saying, is that one of the trailers?
No.
No. That's because I saw that.
Why would I play that trailer?
I don't know, because you like The Rock.
Fuck.
Prepared Artist, what's up, man?
Yeah, we're starting whenever we start, really, now, going forward, because our work schedules. So it's no longer set at 6. We're going to be doing it, this podcast,
whenever
I get home and when Grant's available.
Whenever the wind blows.
But it is still going to be Tuesday and Friday.
It's got to lock in.
Yeah, you got to lock in.
Shut up.
God, you're fucking ugly.
Shut up. Just, why don't you shut the fuck up, play the trailers.
Fucking, okay. Well, hold on. I got to get on Facebook real quick, Grant.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. We are on Facebook now.
Yeah, we sure are. We sure are, Grant. We're on Facebook.
God,
we sure fucking are, Grant.
We're not on Facebook anymore.
All right. Let's see. Yep, live on Facebook. Grant. Let me share this to...
Yeah, until we can make this like a permanent job, where we're actually getting paid for it. Which would be cool, because then we can go every day.
Yeah, you know, I've been listening to some podcasts lately, some gaming podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Fucking Biden. Come on, man. You're a what do you call him? You're a dog pony soldier, or what do you call that?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know, dude. We could go every day. We would be good at it.
Yeah, we could go every day,
but we'd have to get paid. We'd have to get paid for that though, because that's
we sure would. Grant,
it's a lot. It's time consuming.
Yeah, it is, Grant. God. It's very time consuming.
God, stop talking like that, fucking idiot. God.
What are you talking about, dude?
It's like your old boy 𝐿𝐵𝐿.
Oh, that's my boy.
𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐷.
𝐃𝐨𝐵𝐿. Oh, what the fuck did I do? Oh, okay. 𝐃𝐨𝐵𝐿.
We can't tell a lot of those stories, at least not live.
No, we can't. All right. Oh, I got to do the YouTube link too.
Oh my God! I swear you're unprepared.
What are
I
you
should call
talking
you
about?
I should call you the unprepared artist.
I have to share the YouTube
terrible,
link.
Terrible.
I have to share it.
This
Why
is why
don't
we
you
don't
share it?
But this is because if I shared it, then it would go global.
God, no, I want it. All right, man. Like, we're ready.
All right.
Now, cue them trailers up, Grant.
All right. Here we go. Da 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 da.
I guess I'll do it. God
Oh,
forbid I ask you to get on fucking YouTube.
You're in the command center or whatever you
God
call it.
forbid I ask you to go to our downloads on YouTube and share your screen.
You're on the command center. What do you call it? What you call it?
Next thing you know, you're sharing gay porn or something. All right.
I'll tell you what, though. I tell you what. Maybe we were talking about that earlier. That probably would expand our audience.
Yeah, probably would. Probably. Yeah, we get some weirdos. All right, Grant. Are you ready to pop these trailers off before we start the podcast?
Well, look, man. Look. Prepared Artist is saying something nice to us, and you're over there talking. Shut your mouth.
Oh, am I? What's up, guys? I feel you. You guys deserve more viewers. You're one of the only legit, unbiased gaming podcasts I follow.
We appreciate that, man.
Appreciate that, dude. Yeah, like, I don't know, man.
We see a lot of. Here's the thing: is we try to be entertaining.
Oh,
as well.
hey, Prepared Artist. He started playing that 𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿, buddy.
Oh man, what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think of it, man?
Yeah, let us know what you think of it so far.
Ed's already super far.
Yeah, I'm pretty far.
I'm not that far.
Well, my PlayStation progression says 53%, so I still got half the game to go. But boy, there are some story twists, boy.
You want to tell it so bad. You want to talk about it so bad.
I do want to talk about it.
It's my fault, isn't it?
Yeah. We'll get into 𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿 a little bit in here a little bit. I don't want to talk too much about it.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, he was streaming on Twitch, I think, earlier. Yeah, excellent. Yeah,
it really is a good game. I'm starting to think. Every time I play it, I think about your Chrono Trigger take.
You haven't seen shit, Grant.
I know. I know.
You might think that right now, but you're going to think that.
No. I didn't say
shortly.
I didn't say that you're wrong. I didn't say that I disagreed with you. I'm just saying.
I understand the Rich. It was hard for me to say that last podcast, but
you might be right. You might be onto something as right now.
I'm looking at. I'm trying to. It's time to move on.
I want to move on.
It's time to move on from Chrono Trigger, Grant. I'm sorry,
dude. This the music. All right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Anyway, so let's play some trailers, Grant.
Play some trailers.
You stupid fuck. Let's play some
trailers. Play some trailers that you fucking sorry picked. God, they're terrible. I guarantee it. What?
Hey.
I say your volume went out.
Huh?
Your volume went out.
My volume went out. Yeah, let me share my screen real quick. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Fortunately.
Grant, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, you ready?
Yep.
This is Dead Zone Rogue. Early access launch.
Who are you? I can't see.
All right, next trailer. I'm so tired of first person shooter games. I'm just sorry, I am.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a mix of a bullet hell and
In a
the
world
FPS.
full of 1,000,000 of them, there's another
Yeah.
one. No,
Yeah.
next one, next
Yeah,
trailer.
the gut punches you though. Prepared artists. Okay,
Oh yeah,
it does. It does. The game. The game does. Prepared artists. We're talking about 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐴. Don't mention anything in chat because Grant's
yeah.
still.
I'm not that far. I'm only at the part where
Yeah.
I'm getting 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 stone. So
Yeah.
I'm slow.
Oh man, I had a video.
Shut up! Just shut up.
I have a video I have to show, but I can't show it now. Shit. All right. Anyway.
You just show it. I don't care. I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, don't spoil it for me. I don't care.
No, I can't. I can't do it. You got to experience it
Okay.
because they get you.
I just ruined half the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this podcast will be 20 minutes.
Well, your fucking face ruins the podcast.
That was good. That was good timing. Good timing. Yeah. Good timing. Fucking piece of trash.
This is 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿𝐴 Fallen Feathers official deluxe edition pre-order.
I wonder if this is an Eastern game studio.
Wonder
because of the name.
505. Pretty hot.
Interesting.
Oh, it's still got more left. Oh no, that's a subscribe. Okay. That's giving me Wukong vibes. Like
Really?
the,
Because
the combat.
Because the name of it's 𝐬𝐮𝐬.
That's not the reason why, Grant. But yeah, it's giving me kind of Wukong vibes. I mean, it's not that hard to make guess it's not that hard to make an attractive female lead character.
At least not in one side of the world.
I guess China can do it. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫, yeah, it looks good. July, damn. This year, brother.
It's good.
This year is like just stacked.
I know.
Do they have a release date of 𝐼𝐺𝐴 of Annihilation yet?
I don't think so.
No.
Typho's in July. You know what else is in July?
Let me look it up.
You know what else is coming out in July?
What's that?
My birthday.
Yeah, no one fucking cares about that.
That's like it's like Chinese New Year.
Oh fuck. Yeah, they don't have a release date yet. All right. Anyway, let me share our podcast one more time.
𝐼𝐺𝐴 of Annihilation will probably come out the same day I was born, July 6th of 2025.
Nah.
It'd be like
they'll make sure to
the
avoid
rebirth,
your birthday.
the reawakening.
Make sure to avoid that shit. Avoid that fucking date. No good games are coming out. The Assassin's Creed Shadows DLC is coming out that day. Let me quote this real quick. Gaming. Hashtag gaming podcast. Hashtag Grant is a dumb shit.
That's not what you wanted to say.
Hashtag what?
That's not what you wanted to say. What you wanted to say would get us banned.
Hashtag 𝐿𝐴𝐴, and hashtag what else are we talking about? Gaming news. Oh boy, Grant, you ready to get in that podcast, Grant?
Let's go. I'm about to say, let's do it and let's go. Let's go it.
This podcast already off.
It's already terrible.
Done.
Just the last episode.
Done.
What episode is this? This is episode 9. I'm sure
next episode is 100.
Okay.
You know what episode 100 is going to be?
What?
It's going to be the 𝐿𝐴𝐴 review.
You go have it beat?
Oh yeah, buddy. I'm about to put some hours in.
That means you have to call in to work.
I might have it beat. I don't know. It might be a review on maybe.
You're call in.
I always get stuck doing all the side stuff, so probably not. No, I got to make that money, Grant.
You got to call him like I got lupus.
I can't. I'll make that money, dog.
Tell him you got something like big.
All right, you ready to start the podcast, you dumb shit?
Yeah.
All right. Starting now.
Work. I can't
shut the fuck up.
I got polio.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll be fine in a couple of days. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Grant Rolling here with the DMG Gaming Podcast, and as always, I am joined by 𝐸𝐿𝐴 Phillips. My boy, what's up?
What's up, man? So, welcome, guys, to the DMG Gaming Podcast.
Why'd you do your face like that? Don't do that. It's
What
scary.
that?
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
You got something wrong. You got Tourette's.
All right. So, we got, this might be a short one. Because
somebody's got to go put some hours in. Somebody's now made a promise.
we got priorities right now, and that's to play 𝐿𝐴𝐴.
Ed has made a promise. Ed has made a promise to have the review by Friday, so he's now put his foot in his mouth. So now he has
Grant
to.
is actually currently playing Expedition 33.
I am.
We have some listeners like the Prepared Artist who's playing it. He's actually streaming it.
Mine is more like Expedition 23 because it's the way I'm going, the slow pace.
Hmm. I'm trying to think of something fucking fat related.
Yeah, I know you couldn't. You couldn't.
All right, Grant. So let's go over the docket. You ready to go over that docket, Grant?
I was trying to think of something too. I was trying to help you out.
All right. Let's go over the docket. Docket is gaming news, of course, as always. We'll go over some of our bookmarks on X. We got a 𝐿𝐴𝐴 breakdown. I want to talk about a little bit more about the game and our experience so far. We're going to try to avoid spoilers as much as possible. And we'll have our disgruntled gamer rant and top 10 and our favorite subject. We actually got a good game last time.
We did, finally.
Yeah. Our final subject of the podcast will be the random game roulette.
We should start taking bets on if it's going to be if it's a good game or a bad game before the podcast, at the beginning of the podcast.
Yes. Okay. You ready for gaming news, Grant?
It's gonna be a bad game.
We're going to fucking dismiss you right now. You ready for the gaming news?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Bad game.
Shut up. All right. All right, Grant. Let's get into. Let me share our X feed real quick. Screen share. X. And go to bookmarks. Oh, buddy. All right. Let me get us on the screen. All right. Bloodbath at EA. Electronic Arts Incorporated is laying off hundreds of workers and canceling the Titanfall game.
Wow.
I mean, this was knocked to the head right here.
Well, they probably figured out that now they could do it with 33 people.
So the Titanfall game was in development at Respawn Entertainment. Okay, which is a subsidiary of EA. But anyway, 300 to 400 positions were eliminated, including around 100 at Respawn, according to a person. These motherfucker sources, dude. I can't explain this shit.
According to the cat.
Oh, okay, here we go. I had to expand it. According to a person.
I hope so.
A person told me.
According to the security guard.
What the fuck? That's so horrible source reference. Anyway, according to a person familiar with the cuts, that's the rest of the sentence. All right. The canceled project, codenamed R7, was an extraction shooter set in the Titanfall universe. I just fucking give me a Titanfall.
Here's the thing is,
we don't need an extraction shooter. We need a Titanfall game.
Remember we talked about last episode? I think we're going to start seeing this a lot more now. I think a lot of companies are going to start downsizing because the 𝐃𝐨𝐽 success. Now, I'm not saying that's the only reason.
Yeah, dude.
But I mean,
we talked about last podcast, and I said it last podcast. It's going to happen.
So, with 30 people making a phenomenal game, they're probably like, all right, we're probably still going to make Titanfall.
I mean, to be fair, it's 30 people and plus like some outsourcing, but it was the main studio that made it is only 33 people. And
that's the thing is so like they're probably still going to make a Titanfall, but they're probably just going to be like, all right, we just need like 20.
Someone's going to, whoever, depending on the employees, when they make their separate studios here, which they will do, smaller studios that they'll create. They'll probably try to make something like Titanfall, even though it's not going to be called Titanfall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Archetype Entertainment with Exodus and all that stuff. Making the Mass Effect like game. Mass Effect.
I think this is a good thing and a bad thing. What I'm saying is, it's like I hate that people are losing their jobs, but I don't think these people are not going to be unemployed for long. You know what I mean? They'll either start a studio or they'll be somewhere else. But I think I'm glad the era of overblown studios is over because now we can probably get back to
common sense.
Yeah, I think we're getting to the battle lines of where if people want to make their pronoun games, they can make their pronoun games and people can play them. And then if they fail, they fail. Compared to people who want to make real games are going to strap in and make them.
Yeah. Here's another one. No rest for the wicked. Just got one more day to go for the Breach expansion. Well, I wouldn't say expansion. I would say content. This is one of our most significant updates yet, says the whoever posted this tweet from the company. Bringing new arenas, enemies, and massive what?
Says whoever.
Says the person.
Fuck. Says the guy who tweeted it behind the No Rest from the Wicked account. Boy, you would not be a good reporter. According to that guy over there.
Oh, I would suck at it.
Yeah,
all right.
Terrible.
All right. According to this person tweeting, the Breach update goes live tomorrow at 5 p.m. CET, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 11 p.m. Central. No one gives a shit about that.
The true time. That's why it's at the end so people can lock in on that.
Well, that's not right, is it? Those are no.
That's probably like
no, that's 11 a.m. Eastern time. I don't know what CST is. I forget what that is. It's all on the tip of my tongue though. I can't remember what that is. But anyway, so 11 a.m. basically fucking 11.
China. It's probably China.
No, you think
so? It's 12 hours away.
True.
Chinese Standard Time. Fucking got it.
Shut the fuck up.
Fucking
think is it?
Hey, we want to go live to that guy over there. Who are you talking to? That guy over there got some news.
Central Standard Time. And
no, it's not. That can't be right. Because why would the times be off so differently? What the fuck is BST?
Because EST is Eastern Standard Time.
But why is it at 11 a.m. and then Central Standard Time be at 11 p.m.?
Well, let's look at what ET is. ET time. ET 506.
Where's this thing based on?
That is Eastern Time. So what the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Why would they put that shit like that?
What is CET? Central Eastern Time? What is this?
CST time. What is it?
Dude, that don't matter.
That doesn't make sense. 406.
I think everybody's wrong.
What?
Even this tweet's wrong.
I mean, it is Central. That is Central Time. Central Standard Time. 11 p.m.
Think so. But
what
why would
it? Fuck it? Who tweeted this? I want to find who tweeted this.
Why would 11 it be 12
p.m.
hours?
That doesn't make fucking sense.
That doesn't make sense at all.
It makes the first I would say not the first one, but the second, the 8 a.m.
You should copy
Pacific
that.
time,
I know
and
what you
11
should do.
a.m. Eastern time makes sense.
Take this. You should copy that and put it into Grok and say, explain this to me like I'm 2.
You can wish list it on Steam now if you haven't played it yet. That's good. I'm not going to have time for this because I got a lot of other games I need to play first. But I will eventually get to it. God, who fucking tweeted this? Yeah, they're confused, prepared artists. They're shit. Anyway.
Unless they're based in.
Oh, there's Mighty Keith.
Ain't no way he got that Raiden hat on.
Why does this man think he's Asian, man?
I have no idea. That is that's a rice field hat. Like that's what they used to wear.
Anyway, Mighty Keith. All right. Grant, you heard about this debate online?
The answer is a gorilla, easily. I mean, with
beat
hand to
100
hand,
guys.
yes, gorilla. Oh yeah. Now somebody made the. Here's the thing is,
I don't know about this one.
Well, okay. Well, let me just put it this way. If this is from a animal perspective, gorillas aren't aggressive unless provoked. Like they're not like, for example, one of the arguments was who would fight a gorilla or a lion. A lion would easily kill the gorilla, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because gorillas aren't predators. They're not predators. Like they're defensive animals. They're not made to kill. Lions are made to kill from birth. Like that's what they do.
Gorillas eat plants.
Correct. So a human doesn't have the bone density to, like, I'll go ahead and tell you, like if somebody tried to kick a gorilla in the shoulder, like he's going to fucking shatter his leg. Like, it's just like there's going to be a lot of deaths.
I think to me, 100 decently in decent shape, athletic.
There's so many.
Humans.
Here's the thing: it's so many. Okay, there's so many. Like, you'd have to have the set boundaries for this. All right, what size are the humans? Like, are they normal humans? Are they all fucking because then people get out of hand with 100 bodybuilders, 100 people who look like The Rock. Like, no, okay, let's figure this out. Like, we need to come to an exact. What's the formula here? All right, so we got a large.
Listen. It depends how they attack them too.
Yeah.
Like, they have to all go at once, man. Like you can't have one person like, oh, I'm gonna let these guys go first, and then I'm gonna jump in. Nah, you all got to go. You got to go murderous.
Well, the thing about
murderous rage all at once. You can probably take them.
So gorillas are not like King Kong. Like they're not angry like that all the time, But I guarantee after a couple punches to the face, he's going to get pretty upset.
Yeah.
But here's the thing is, if you surround a gorilla like that, there's only room for like 10 at a time. So that's why I'm saying I think they would lose, because it's not like all 100 of them can't attack him at once. There's just not enough room. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with the prepared artists. You have to sacrifice some people. But I think they can overcome him.
I don't think so, man. It's just the reason why I'm saying that is because there's not enough room for
Listen,
all of them.
dude, I understand that, but like human survival instinct has lasted generations, centuries. You know what I mean? Like we used to hunt fucking bears and shit.
Correct. But
it was with weapons.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. They didn't try to beat up a gorilla. Nobody tried to beat up a gorilla. That's the thing. That's what they're doing here. It's different. That's the argument. A hand-to-hand combat with an animal that has the punching power of Ivan Drago, or more actually. Like people don't understand like how strong gorillas are.
They got the pulling power of like 2,000 pounds or something like that.
It's like I mean it's like, and they can literally rip your limbs apart, like off your body like a toothpick.
Yeah.
My argument is this, and the reason why I say the gorilla is because that he is 5 times stronger than probably the strongest human, just from being his genetic makeup. My point is, I don't think they can get enough people in there. So yeah, you have 100 people, but only 10 of them can only get to him at a time, just because there's too many people. So how would you do it? I mean, 100 people couldn't attack him at a time. There's just not enough room. And if you go one-on-one, then there's definitely not going to win. So you'd have to come up with a way. It'd have to be like I'm saying, like you'd have to catapult 20 of them on top. It'd just be like this weird. So I'm saying, like, I just don't think there's enough room. And he could just sit there and just rip people's heads off, like in a circle, and then just pile them up.
I don't know. I think if you're putting someone's life on the line, I mean, those guys, you have either this choice. You fight the gorilla or you just let him kill you. And you got 100 people and you tell them that, there's going to be planning. They're going to figure something out.
It all depends on the type of people too. Like you'd have to have like some like you can't just have you can't have 100 fat asses in there. Like
No,
they fucking
you
sit on the
can't have a
couch.
bunch
That's what I'm saying.
Some
Like,
guys that get out of breath after
correct.
walking 2 feet.
Right.
But those
don't
are
know,
guys
man.
you just throw out the gorilla first.
I don't know. Somebody was like, then they started
Survival
like,
of the fittest.
like,
Got to
who would
send them
win?
out first.
100 lions or 100 gorillas. It's like, man, 100 lions would decimate that. Like there would be 98 lions left.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's keep going. All right. So lead writer of Sandfall Interactive, Jennifer Svedberg Yin, says chances for Clear Obscure Expedition 33 DLC are good.
That's great.
They're good. So we might be getting a DLC. At first, they said they weren't thinking of a DLC because of all the extra, like, what do you call them? End game bosses they add. You know,
Mhm.
end game stuff you can do, like tough, challenging bosses. But looks like they might do one. All right, this is stupid. Someone needs to. So, Call of Duty announces threat level extremely giggly. Seth Rogen now joins the
Do his
Call of
laugh.
Duty skins in season 3.
How's he laugh?
That's how he laughs. I hate that. He had to do it in Mario World. You remember the animation or the movie?
Yeah.
You had to make Donkey Kong laugh like
Early
him.
Seth Rogen was good.
Pineapple Express. Seth Rogen was good.
And what was it? McLovin. I can't think of the movie. Where's the cop?
Superbad.
Superbad.
Yeah.
That was good.
All right, this is just a excerpt from Respawn. If you guys haven't seen this, it kind of reads like corporate garbage. I mean, it really does. Let me get it better. I'm not going to read all this, but it's pretty much what it is. You know,
What's the gist of it?
excuses. Well, they just kind of like talk about the ideas they were having, and you know, their shift of focus after all these layoffs and everything like that, and the canceling of the Titanfall game. You know, it's just no one's buying it.
You know what's funny is they always mention like all the canceled good ideas. You know what I mean?
All right. Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts debuts at 95% on Rotten Tomatoes and the second highest score of the MCU movie ever. It's the second highest score, Grant.
IGN gave it a 7.
Yeah. But I don't trust. Like Rotten Tomatoes, dude, to me, it's nothing. I mean, it really isn't.
No.
I've seen some movies that they gave some great scores to that have been just not good. But I don't know about this one. I don't know. I've kind of lost interest in that
I
universe.
was interested in Marvel. Period.
I like the Daredevil.
That's
but
it.
That's
it.
about
Right
it.
now, that's it.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe this will be good. I've already talked about the canceled Titanfall.
Look at that.
Oh, buddy.
Henry Cavill to play in Highlander remake.
To star with Chad Stahelski directing. All right. Yeah,
It's gonna
so
be Duncan MacLeod.
yeah, Henry Cavill will he be a MacLeod, you think? Are they going to reboot it all the way?
I don't know, like me. It's my people.
I didn't say retard, I said reboot.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, so Henry Cavill will be set to play the new Highlander. That's pretty cool.
That's
I'm
cool.
down. He's going to be a big motherfucking Highlander.
Could he be a
Big dude.
Well, yeah, but could he be a bad guy?
Maybe, Grant.
I ain't got the OG though. He's dead.
What do you bookmark here? Dragon Age creator slams BioWare over perceived Mass Effect favoritism in Blue Sky Firestorm. Oh, you had me at Blue Sky. Blue Cry. Anyway, so I mean, Dragon Age the Veilguard, y'all
Sucks.
ruined your own fucking game.
Yeah.
So what do you want us to feel sorry for you?
Yeah.
I mean, God knows what they're going to do to Mass Effect. I don't know. After Andromeda.
Ass Effect.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, that sounds
The
like
game
porn.
that everyone should be looking forward to are the guys, the OGs from BioWare that left. They have this new game coming out called Exodus.
That's gonna be
That
tight.
looks legit. But you know, these companies, like, man, how can you ruin? How can you not sell a Dragon Age game? Like, how? You have the name, but they failed.
The Felguard. They sure did.
The Felguard. Yep. So anyway, but we'll see on what the BioWare does with Mass Effect. We will see. All right. So 𝐾𝐨𝐽, live action film is in the works. We already talked about this, I think, a few weeks ago, but I mean, how can you not get Robert Pattinson to play that Gustav? I mean, it is Robert Pattinson. I really think that they Sandfall, like, I think he was like originally casted to do the voice, and something happened, like he got busy or something, he couldn't do it. So they based the game. It just seems like that because it's fucking Robert Pattinson, dude.
It's him, but I also see glimpses of Charlie Cox in there as well. Like the more you hear, because here's the thing.
That's Robert Pattinson. What are you talking about?
Well, it is because my mom.
It is.
My mom
Like-
walked in. My mom walked in when she was visiting. She was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Look at this," because she loves Twilight.
Yeah.
And I had this on, and she was like, "Oh, look at it. Is that Robert Pattinson?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess. I guess it's supposed to be."
I mean, it's just weird. Like, I don't know. Anyway, but what do you think? Think they can get this right?
Oh yeah, I don't see why not.
I mean,
you
well,
got to get the right director.
come
get
on
the right
now.
director.
you know they can fuck this up.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying
You know
have to
they
get
can.
they need to choose the director. Like they need to
I would like them to start from a earlier expedition, though. You know,
not this one. Not this expedition.
I think they should start from
The beginning.
no, it should be around expedition, I think 58 or 59. You'll see why later. I'm not going to spoil it. All right.
Yeah, you better not.
It's one of those expeditions in the 50s, but they should start there. Yeah, it depends on the studio prepared artists. We already covered that. That's it for the news. All right, Grant, I want to play something for you. Is it all right if I play something for you, Grant?
Is it going to ruin the game? Am I going to
No, it's not going to ruin the game. It's just a cutscene from the game, but you shouldn't ruin it for you. I don't think it should.
Probably did.
I already posted this on X. I already posted on X, Grant. All right.
Play it.
You ready?
Play it.
All right, let me share. It's not that long. It's quick for our listeners. It's quick. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's play.
It's tight.
That was tight. You'll get to that here soon.
So who's your party? Who's in your party? I mean, I know who all you get. I know who all you get, so it doesn't. That's not spoiling that. Like I know. Okay, just don't tell me. Never mind. I'll just wait.
I can't tell you.
Okay.
Like I can't tell you who's in my party.
Okay. All right. Is
Sorry.
Gustav not in your party? Because I didn't see him in your party.
What are you
Or
talking
is there
about?
a reason why he's not in your party?
What are you talking about?
Oh God. Okay.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I really
All right.
don't.
Okay.
Nah, it's good though. Nah, you get a lot more party members later,
Gotcha.
and you can mix and match. I just like those 3 that I picked.
I got you. You don't like Gustav?
I mean, he's good. I use him.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
Okay.
let's keep going. Da 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 da. Here's another one. I want to show real quick. I'm not gonna be able to show all of it though. Because I can't spoil it for you.
I like run the whole. I feel like I run the whole podcast.
No, you didn't. It's still good. You're still good, buddy. Why is my screen not sharing, buddy? Buddy, there it is. All right, let me know when you see that.
I see it. The music is so great in this game.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Just one of the many excellent scenes in that game. And it just continues getting better and better.
Yeah.
Better and better. I went to this really cool place. I won't spoil it, but it's after this. You can go to 2 places and you can choose which one you want to go to first. But this was one place. But the other place, man, is like insane too. Like, it's a work of art. I mean, that's what this game is, dude. It really is a work of art. Like,
It's really good.
I don't know how else to explain it. Like, it's creeping up there to put comes to the store, and when everything put together so far, giving you a better experience than like Elden Ring and stuff like that.
You're looking at your stepchild Elden Ring, and you're like, away.
Well, I mean, like Elden Ring, you kind of got to piece the story together. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This one just gives you the story up front as you play the game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's just, man. But the combat gets better as you play the fucking game because you get access to more shit.
Yeah.
Like you get access to different skills, different types of parry. I mean, it's just like insane. It just keeps getting more fun, and it gets more challenging too. Because I mean, you gotta, when you die, you gotta just because the key really to the combat of this game to master parrying.
Yeah.
Because parrying will allow you to get the counter attacks.
Yeah.
And you can hit really hard.
I'm all right at it. I'm better at dodging than I am parrying, but
dodging gives you have more of a window, right? Yeah. It gives you more of a window, but parrying is pretty exact almost.
I'm really good at dodging. I'm all right at parrying.
Yeah, but if you can master parrying, like I mean, you won't die to some of the bosses, but then if you can master their moves, it's rewarding. So, what do you think of your playthrough so far?
Oh man, it's fantastic. I can't catch those little pots. You know, the ones that they're like the special pots. What are they called? The petinks or whatever. The petinks.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking can't catch them. Like I don't know what the secret is to catch them. Like every time I try to run up on them, they run off.
Okay, for those, Grant, if you look around the area, there's going to be a glowing thing on the floor to match the color of what the orb is inside those pots.
Okay.
So if you have a red one that's glowing red, look around. You're going to see a glowing red platform that you have to kite them. Basically, push. You know how you run towards them, they run away.
Yeah.
Well, you got to angle it so to get them to that spot, you have to angle yourself so they're running towards that thing, and then eventually they'll go to it and stop, and you can just hit them.
Okay. I didn't know
but you want to get those because they give the pretty good rewards.
I'm going to have to go back on a couple then. Eventually.
Yeah, just look around the arena. You'll find like a glowing platform you need to kite them to.
Okay. But besides, I mean, the graphics are fantastic. The story's great. The music is what is my favorite thing about this whole entire game. Like this might be the best music in any game ever.
Composing wise, yeah, dude.
This
like,
might be just everything. I mean, like,
it's original.
correct, but it's also like it makes everything feel better. Like, I'm not necessarily feel better, just like feel more alive. Like the underwater part,
That's crazy,
it's
wasn't it?
great. Like just the way. Well, first of all, the visuals of that is amazing. Like
Yeah.
how everything's above you, but you're still like you're underwater, but you're not, or something. Like I don't know what I don't know if you are, if you're not. Like I don't know. But
It's like a water of sky or
yeah,
something.
it's weird. But
or a sky of water.
But the music, man, and I like how the battle music's different in every area that you're in.
It continues getting different.
Yeah.
Like I keep hearing different songs when I'm fighting
Yes.
different bosses, and not even bosses, but like some mini bosses you'll meet like on the maps. They have different music.
Yeah,
Like,
the only
it's
thing
just
that's the only thing
consistent.
that's the same is the mimes, but other than that, everything is different, dude. That's probably my favorite part about this whole game is the music. The music is second, dude. It might be I'm serious. This might be the best score for any game ever.
Yeah. I can't think of anything that beats it right now.
No, not even
Everything I've heard so far. I'm like a little bit over halfway through the game right now.
Everything they do, I know I can say it. Everything they do adds more emotion to whatever you're doing. Whatever song that they're playing, this is like the perfect song for the perfect emotion for what's going on in the game.
I like the aspect that you get to see what happened to a lot of the expeditions.
Yeah.
Like you'll find the expedition recording, right? But then you look at the scene around where the recording is,
Yeah.
basically how they died, and you
Yeah.
can see the scene right in front of you. But then you have like some really fucked up ones, in the very beginning when you're walking through they were getting basically blood sucked out of them.
Yeah.
Form. But a lot of that's raw. But then as you play through the game, seeing what happened to all the expeditions, you start learning more of these, I guess deeper into the story of who people are. It does it masterfully, and
Yeah.
I've never ran to a place. I've been bored with the game. I never ran to a place like the combat hasn't been repetitive to me. I mean, even when I use the same skills, the combat still is not repetitive for me because all these different types of monsters have different types of attacks.
Yeah.
And you'll see later, I mean, you'll run into some of the same monsters every now and then, but a lot of the areas have their own specific monster, and they're different from the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And they have a different combo that you have to pair, dodge or jump. Have you gotten to the jump yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've done that.
Jump counter.
Yeah. Those are
Those
cool.
are my favorite because they're easy, right?
Yeah. I fought a mini boss that was blocking like a way when I first got 𝐾𝐨𝐽 or whatever. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to, but I mean, I beat him. But he was. I could tell I was supposed to get there later.
Yeah, there's a lot of bosses you're running to that you're not supposed to do yet.
Yeah, especially 𝐽𝐿𝐵 or whatever.
Best thing to do in those situations is try to grab the items that you see around first, because some of them are like high level stones to upgrade your weapons. Grab those and just leave and come back later.
Yeah.
But the RPG mechanics are there. It has like how they did the Luminous or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And how you can learn the skill permanently and then like mix and match where you want what you kind of want to build into each character.
Yeah.
For me, I try to go like high AP start at the beginning, or when you do basic attack and stuff like that. I try to do as much AP as possible stacking, but then I do also like mix with the aim shots and basic attack increases and stuff like that. The counter attack increases. I mean, there's really so much you can do.
Yeah.
And that's how out of something so simple that they were able to input a good, like a solid RPG mechanic in a game like that. Because a lot of times, like, especially with like even though this is not a turn-based game RPG, but Dragon Age of Velgar was very basic RPG mechanic. Like you had the same three skills pretty much throughout the entire game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For all your characters, once you pick whatever route you wanted them to go. And it just wasn't fun. This one you have a lot of skills, and you only can fit 6 on your bar. So you have to look at your skills based off what you picked as your Luminous.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can call them glyphs or whatever. But you have to read the skills, and you don't want to get skills that are pretty much the same thing as another, except maybe a little bit more powerful or weaker. But you want to mix it so you're doing, as you're, playing the combat or in the battle, you're able to capitalize on those combos eventually with those skills. So they did a good job on them, and that's I don't know if any game that's done something like this. I mean, you can call the materia kind of like it, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a materia system, but you choose what you want to do with your little luminous things you collect. You can build a character, just fucking get them to 100 and something, luminous, or make one just super powerful, or you pick the characters and you do whatever you want with it. Make them as strong as you want. My three, I'm not going to talk about the characters, but who's been your favorite character so far? Like when it comes to like dialogue. Lune, I like Lune. She's pretty badass.
She's fine too. Gosh, they made her look good.
She gets like, she has some pretty good scenes later on too. But yeah, she's a badass. Skill or whatever her name is, Sayo, right? Skill. Yeah, she has the scythe, dual scythe or whatever it is. She can become strong too. I like her too. One character I don't play with Mel.
No.
I mean, she's good, but I don't play with her. I like her character. Because the story's kind of, you're looking at seeing the story, and the story's kind of evolving around her.
Yeah.
As you play, so everything's starting to focus on her, like who she is. I mean, something's definitely special about her, right?
Yeah.
The way the story's forming up. But yeah, they're my favorite character. I don't want to talk about. All right, I'll save that for later. All right, I'll save that maybe Friday. All right. My favorite
after I already meet this character.
Yeah, well, after you meet this character, we'll talk about it.
Gotcha.
But I liked how they did that for that character, how they brought him in the story. Anyway, the open world map. What do you thought about that?
It's cool. I like the way it looks. I
think that's one of the best open world maps ever.
Yeah.
Or I'm not. I keep saying open world, but one of the best RPG maps.
Yeah. It's kind of they've done the perfect mix of new school and old school.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like the way it looks. Like you can kind of just kind of.
You're not like fucking running around forever.
Yeah.
Once you get SK, it's easy to travel.
Yeah. I like that you can see the monsters. I kind of wish there was more you could fight, like more, or what they should have done is had the RPG where you can get attacked. You know what I mean?
Have you found the secret arena for what are they called? Those little robot guys.
No, I haven't done that yet.
It's near
the Gestrels or whatever.
Yeah, the Gestrels. It's near where it's near their city.
Okay.
You visited their city, right? With the chief there. If you go behind the area, the mountain, there's a portal you can go in called the Gestrels Secret Arena or something like that. And there's 4 fights in there that you can do probably now. They're not that hard. The last one might give you a challenge, but it depends what your level is. But if you go in there and just fight the third one, the second to highest boss, you can actually level up some of your characters a little quicker.
That's cool.
Because you're only doing it one-on-one. And that boss has a very easy parry mechanic. Like he either slams down, you can parry and kind of time it right. And then he has like another one that he slow punches, like a haymaker punch that you can also parry easily.
Yeah.
And those are only 2 attacks you do, but you like use 𝐾𝐨𝐺 or whoever you want and just level them up pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
And when they're not in your party, they still level, but a little slower.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So it is shared experience, just not as much as if they were in your party. But yeah, so the overall, I mean, with 53% completed in the game, it's if it continues how it is, I mean, you're looking at one of the greatest RPGs of all time.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, you really are. I mean, I'm not bullshitting. I played every RPG known to fucking man, just about.
All of them.
It's starting to. It's in the process, depending on how the ending is and everything, we'll give it a fair shake. But it's ramping. It's looking like it's turning to be one of the greatest RPGs of all time.
Yeah, no, I can
Easily.
see that. No, I can really see that. Seriously.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's really good. It's
You want to play?
really
it?
good.
You're ready to go play it right now.
I am. But we will continue. All right, so that's our 𝐿𝐴 breakdown. Let's get into the DGR, the Disgruntled Gamer Rant.
Oh boy, where to start?
And it's kind of like our main subject too, I would say, of this podcast. So let me pull up our Disgruntled Gamer Rants. Okay, this podcast or this episode's Disgruntled Gamer Rant is the rise of mid-gaming. Why good enough is killing excellence.
Yep.
And when I say mid-gaming, mainly, I mean like
dropped significantly.
Yeah. I mean like these AAA studios that have the resources just give us complete slop.
Yeah.
And it's been, I would say, not on a consistent basis, but it's been rather, I would say, pretty close to being consistent.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like example would be like AC Shadows. I'm not saying that's a bad game, but it's more of the same.
Yeah.
It's like they were just changing the location of the setting of the game, giving us a mid story. I mean, probably worse than mid, I would say. I played Assassin's Creed Shadows. I got like fucking 40 hours into it. I quit playing just because of fucking.
You're tired of fucking playing it.
It was just fucking like I had no interest in completing the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I had no interest in any of the fucking characters.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I didn't care. Was it fun playing a Assassin's Creed? Yeah, it's fun playing an Assassin's Creed game, but it's only fun to a certain point because you're doing the same shit you did in the last Assassin's Creed. So they're regurgitating this same formula over and over and over, vice pushing the envelope and revolutionizing their Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
It's 2025. I shouldn't be playing, Origins all over again and feel like I'm playing, Assassin's Creed that I played 10 years ago or something like that. It should be pushing the envelope, and Ubisoft is not doing that. So they're, again, mid. It is a mid game to me.
Yeah.
Because I finished Valhalla. I played all the DLCs, right?
Mm-hmm.
That game, Valhalla, kept me more interested than Assassin's Creed Shadows did. More examples, Dragon Age of 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐺. We bring this game up a lot. They're pushing, they're on the verge of getting us something good, and then they either ruin it with their, political ideologies or whatever, gender ideologies, and they give us more mid crap.
Yeah.
Like a Dragon Age game like that, when it comes to fantasy, I want the fantasy, And perfect example of now, 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐺 is giving me everything a gamer wants.
All the games of the past no longer hold the same weight when their names are mentioned anymore because the fans, first of all, they started making these games for a certain type of fan. First of all, and those fans are not pushing back, saying,
a lot of these people don't even play their fucking games, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They love the ideologies that are in them, so that's why they become a fan.
But you see in the Call of Duty, what I mean?
Game.
It's the same fucking game.
Same game, Battlefield, same game.
And sometimes the maps aren't good as the last Call of Duty. And then they have to do an update because people complain about it to add a map from the past. You know what I mean? Vice creating something better than before.
I mean, you can even put, in a sense, you can kind of put Diablo 4 in that category because it's kind of like, it's kind of the same game.
I have fun playing Diablo 4, but to me, it should have been more. Being who Blizzard, what has been the trendsetter of action RPGs, right?
Yeah.
They're supposed to be the guys who take the risk.
Yeah.
Give us something crazy, something new. And I think they played it too safe with Diablo 4.
So here's the thing about Diablo 4. Diablo 4 is a very good game, but also on the flip side, its replay value is very low. because they don't make the replay value great. It's always you get to a certain point, then it's easy as hell, and then it just kind of gets boring from there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a two-sided coin on that one.
Yeah, we'll see with the new season. I'll play that after 𝐿𝐵𝐵𝐿. But I don't know. I don't know if a season can bring me in for 2 weeks, I consider that's a good season. All right. If it's a week and I'm kind of like, all right, I got everything, I'm not playing anymore, then I consider that a weak season.
Yeah.
Last season was I played for 2 weeks. It kept me engaged, but I still want them to kind of push the envelope a little bit more with their seasons. What other games, dude? Like, you remember Anthem?
Oh, shit.
These AAA studios, they give you a good, man. I'm telling you, Anthem could have been something, right?
Speaking of Anthem, that's on my list. We'll talk about that though.
Oh, it's on my list too. But Anthem was another game that
the potential was a 10. The game was a 3.
It was EA, right? Yeah. EA and BioWare, right? They had a potential there, and they just either stopped working on it and just they delivered another mid game. It's another mid game.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. But like a consistent basis would be Ubisoft with Star Wars Outlaws. That's another mid game.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
I mean, I don't know how you can make a mid Star Wars. You have the creativity there. You have the Star Wars brand there. You have the money. You have the manpower. But you give us that. I mean,
even the ones
concept,
for Super Nintendo were better.
the meeting room where they developed the idea to have this when they could have had so many other fucking ideas to do was a failure from the get go. Like an open world Star Wars, and this is what you think people want? No, they do not. They don't want that. And then an Xbox, man, like Microsoft, a bunch of mid slop. I mean, they really have. They've given us a lot of mid fucking games when trying to hype them up. I mean, they hype them up and they look pretty good when it comes to the fucking, their showcases and stuff. But then they deliver us, like, they just give us this crap.
I remember tell you, a lot of games that are also on my list they've actually become the king of slop, of mid slop, is Square Enix.
Oh yeah, it's
like,
funny.
Here's the thing: is people are like, "Oh, Square Enix made a lot of good games." Well, yeah, but I can guarantee you, for every good game you name, I can name a bad one.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of them.
And and then when they do make a good game, like just a good game, like Visions of Mana, I consider Visions of Mana actually a good game, a good entry into the Mana series.
Yeah.
The studio gets fucking evaporated. They gave us the Secret of Mana remake, which was fucking garbage.
God.
That was garbage. And then they give us a good Mana game, which is Visions of Mana, and then just shuts that. 𝐿𝐵𝐿 Studios, they're fucking gone. But they'll have a good remake like Trials of Mana. That was good. That was a good remake. They'll bring a Star Ocean Second Story remake.
Yo, that's my favorite remake.
That's legit. It's legit. Good on them. But also 50% of the time, 50% of the time, they do give you a mid or garbage game.
Well, here's the thing: is so back in the '90s, they were the King Griffey Jr. I'm talking about, or the Michael Jordan. I'm talking about they're putting up 32, 10, 10 every game. I'm talking about Superstar. Every game they put out, 90% hit rate. No damn nothing. Maybe Brave Fencer Musashi was probably the worst out of that, but that was still a good game. You know what I mean? Still a good game.
Yeah.
But it probably is. I mean, on the scale of all the games, that was probably like the least appealing one, but it was still a good game. But now they got really mad at me when I made the tweet. The last time Square Enix was good was when they were Squaresoft. And boy, that Aerith. That's what I was hearing. But it's true.
There is a case to make for that.
There is, but I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is I don't mean like every game they've made is it's not even necessarily about the games anymore. To me, it's about the studio as a whole. Like the studio as a whole is just shit. They rather focus all their time instead of making good games. Their problem is their staff, their internal staff. Internally, their company is shitty because they rather focus on DEI politics and all this other stuff than going back to the basics and making. I guarantee you, because I know for a fact that the people from SquareSoft are either retired, dead, or no longer in the gaming industry or somewhere else. They're probably like looking back, the ones who are still around, like, holy shit, this is terrible. Like, this is bad. Like, so we know we're not getting those guys back. But that's who they should be learning from. Like, let's look at those guys and see what they did. Sometimes you have to travel back into the archives of what came before you, what made you successful. And then you need to take a look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? We're not living up to the code that this company was before we got started, before we took over, basically.
Yeah, and another recent one they came out with was Forspoken. You remember the hype around that game?
I don't know. No, that's terrible.
Advertisement around that game, Forspoken. They ended up being just fucking mid as hell.
No. Was that the one with the black girl or whatever?
Yeah, I think she was. Yeah. But the dialogue was, they're putting you in kind of like a kind of medieval setting a little bit, but just the dialogue of being like a little, like a bratty dialogue and like being hip
because they think
whatever. The dialogue was stupid. The story was dumb. The gameplay was mid. And they hype that game around because of Square Enix.
Yeah.
Square Enix.
And like I told them, Square Enix the name itself does not hold weight like it used to.
It does
it's not a name. It's not a name to be feared anymore. Like, oh shit, we got to go up against Square Enix. Now if you ever had to go up against SquareSoft, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if SquareSoft in the 90s made 𝐶𝐵 be the greatest game of all time?
Oh, I know. What? 𝐶𝐶 in the 90s?
No, I'm talking about the minds behind it made the same game. The minds behind SquareSoft took that game that they have now and put their vision on it as well.
Well, like the thing, Grant. I mean, we wouldn't be like 𝐶𝐶. It would be they would have had it out, a game like that, out before 𝐶𝐶 ever even came about.
Yeah, and that would have been the greatest game. But that's the thing, though, is like, and everybody's like, don't compare this game to Final Fantasy. Well, yeah, we are comparing this game to Final Fantasy because Final Fantasy used to be the kings RPG. They used to be the kings of the turn-based RPG.
Yeah.
Like when you think of turn-based RPG, I mean, of course, you could sit there and say, Octopath Traveler. 1% of the population is going to say Octopath Traveler and Bravely and all those other games.
When you think of an RPG game, you think of Final Fantasy.
That's just like a common. If nobody knows what an RPG is, they know what Final Fantasy is.
Yeah. And
like
Final Fantasy 7 was the one that pretty much put the stamp on that. Like you can't beat it.
Yeah, it's kind of like my mother calls every system a Nintendo.
Yeah. But so Square Enix, I don't know where they're going from here. Also, we already talked about Ubisoft, but BioWare, BioWare is like they're not even recognizable anymore.
They're not yet. No.
But they turned faster than Square Enix did. Because they came out Mass Effect Andromeda, which was mid as hell. Dragon Age of Elgard mid. They did have. I thought Inquisition was really good.
Yeah, it was.
And then, they used to have, what is it? Knights of the Old Republic, all that stuff.
Yeah.
They used to make some legit games, and now they're just pushing out a bunch of modern age
soy slop.
Pretty much, that's what it is. A lot of mid crap. When they shouldn't be. I mean, they have the. Well, I don't know about now, but they had the. Resources to give you something special, but they didn't.
All these companies. Here's the thing: is all these companies are blessed to have hundreds of millions of dollars to put out a fantastic game. I mean, that's every dev's dream as a person is to be the head of a studio and have all this money and have all these resources to make the games that people want to play, and then these are the games that you think people want to play. And that's what's mind-boggling is like.
What do you think the guys, the Sandfall Entertainment staff is thinking right now? After all the reception of 𝐶𝐶?
I I don't think they're thinking either. I think they know. I think they're just being humble.
You
They
think-
knew. They knew
Yeah,
they had a
I think
masterpiece.
they knew they had a good
Yeah,
game.
I mean, here's the thing is,
But they got to be like fulfilled now, right?
yeah. Well,
Because
here's
their
the thing
game is like,
here's the thing is, and
pretty much
I made-
almost a 10,
And I made this comment, and
if
somebody
not a 10.
said, oh, why do you have to bring this into it? I said, they showed the picture of their staff. I said, oh, look at that, not one purple hair, not one nose ring in that group, and there wasn't. And I was like, they found.
Well, even if they do have different politics, I'm sure they
Exactly,
do. They
yeah.
all have it, but they were
They didn't put it in their game.
smart enough, and I would say, what's the other word? What's the other word?
Savvy?
No, I mean they were like disciplined enough
Yeah,
to keep all their shit out of it,
correct,
and just deliver a game for gamers.
correct.
But yeah. So, I mean, there has been so much crap that gets all this hype.
There's been a lot of shit, like a lot. And that's what people don't understand is and when they made that post, I said, man, y'all have just decimated all this soy slop, this mid soy slop in one game. And I mean that because for the last 2 years, there has just been trash that people have just
You had some
praised.
gems here and there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, and here's the thing is a lot of the gyms didn't even get the praise that the trash got because
Yeah.
you see us like here's the thing is God of War, fantastic game. God of War Ragnarok, not really that good. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not like, it's okay. It's not as good as the original.
Yeah.
So
Or-
I mean,
like God of War Ragnarok, it's hard to make a game like that better than the original.
Correct.
But I think they did a good job.
it was fine, but I mean, it wasn't but it wasn't. Again,
It wasn't like a big step above the original.
correct, and that's what you're supposed to do with sequels, man. What's the point of having a sequel? Literally? I mean, does anybody usually think of sequels as like it's supposed to be worse than the first one? Like, why would they do that?
Worse or the same, I
Yeah.
would say. But yeah,
Ghostbusters 2, which to be fair, Ghostbusters 2 is my favorite Ghostbusters. That's my
a good
favorite.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
You can't don't be.
Everybody hates that movie.
I
'cause
love
what-
that movie.
I do. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Don't care what nobody says.
But anyway, so this year though, you have a lot of big blockbusters coming out, and we already had a few, but you have some big games coming out this year.
Claire
But-
Obscure is going to win Game of the Year unless Tides of Annihilation is just that much
If it
better.
comes out this year,
Yeah. If it comes out this year and it's that much better, which I mean, can you imagine another game that's better than the game that you just thought was the best game?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's possibility, even though it's a different type of game. You have Phantom Blade Zero coming. You have what else? I think Exodus is coming in 2026. But I mean, you still got a lot of games on the docket for the rest of 2025 that could be really good.
yeah.
But I think Claire Obscure is going to be hard to beat right
Yeah.
now. It's going to be real hard to beat for Game of the Year.
Yep.
Because they can. I mean, I think as of right now, if something comes out of blue that's way better with all, I see Claire Obscure. I see that game racking up a bunch of game awards, dude. 'Cause I mean,
It'll also-
score,
Voice actor.
game, what is it? Gameplay, art direction,
Dude,
whatever.
Ben Stark will go back to back, man.
Boy, that dude.
He's becoming the
I
Michael
think
Jordan.
he is the
He's
G.
the Michael Jordan of game voice acting.
He is, dude. He is. I mean, he has a resume, dog.
Dude,
He was
for real.
Clive. He was Kazan. He did a few others too that are notable. But yeah, he's good. He's good. But anyways, to wrap up this subject, I mean, we're seeing too many mid games from AAA studios that should not be delivering mid games.
I think, I hope, and I'm not sitting there making a prediction, but I'm hoping that this Claire Obscure game drop and the reception that it got and everybody loving it is a turning point for these studios.
Yeah.
Because I want these studios to put out good games. I want BioWare to be good again. I want,
Yeah.
EA to be good again, except with the transactions and stuff like that. For the love of God, like make good sports games. Like stop making the same game. I like college football. They're finally putting I do know that in the new college football, they're putting the high school back in there, which is great because that's like more realistic for recruiting and stuff like that. I like shit like that. Finally. So we'll see.
Yep. All right. We'll see. We'll see. All right, Grant.
And that's
Top
our disgruntled gamer rant.
Yep. Top 10. Oh, I wanted to share something before we continue with the top 10.
Oh, God, it's probably something worthless.
What?
What?
It's revolutionary, Grant. It's revolutionary.
You need to go check on your boy.
What? Check on who?
Your boy. The Oobs.
The Ubisoft Shield?
Yeah.
Cam Bakers?
Yeah.
You don't know Cam Bakers? You didn't even know his name.
He probably hates 𝐶𝐿𝐴𝐵𝑠𝑐URE. Probably absolutely hates it.
No, he probably does hate it. Let's see. What did I want to share? Let me pull it up. This is a good snapshot. Look at that shit. I mean, damn.
Look at that. That is crazy. That is insane.
Oh, I wanted to share this too. Did you know, Grant? I think I texted you this. Let me pull this up. Did you know that this 𝐶𝐿𝐴𝐵𝑠𝑐URE currently has the highest rated user score of all time?
Of all time.
With 4.4K in. I just pulled this 30 minutes or before the podcast started, about a little over an hour ago.
Tell me what you think about this comment. And I'm sure you saw it while you're at Legoland for the 18th time. Since you got lifetime passes or whatever it is that you got. Oh, by the way, did you have fun at Legoland again? Dude. Okay. Oh man, you took your shirt off? Oh God, probably like it's a whale. Anyway,
I'm in good shape, dude.
You're A shape, but anyway,
I'm in good shape for my age.
A trapezoid. Anyway,
go ahead.
Some guy, I don't know if you saw me argue. See, whenever you're at Legoland, I was holding up the battalion. I was drawing swords.
Oh yeah, I kind of followed a little bit.
The guy said, is that all you base things off of is game sales? Like game sales are not just game sales. Sales literally run everything in life. Like literally everything. If sales didn't matter, clear Pepsi would still be around.
Why has Assassin's Creed Shadows or Ubisoft not posted their actual sales for fucking Assassin's Creed Shadows?
They're abysmal. The guy literally said, and this is how they think. It's not just him. This is how they think as a whole. This is what was mind blowing. He was basically saying that game sales doesn't matter about the game. Well, yes, it does, because at the end of the day, it's all about profit margin and profit and losses and stuff like that. So if you spend, that's in anything, movies, games, food, whatever. If you spend $200 million on a game and you only make $100 million, then you lost $100 million. That's not good.
Game sales is a metric. It has been a metric.
Sales is a metric.
Since games have been around.
That's what I'm trying to get. Sales have been a metric for everything. Literally.
𝐶𝐿𝐴𝐵𝑠𝑐URE on 48 hours, they had 1 million sales. And they posted, they posted we hit 500,000 the first day, 24 hours. And then they said, and the next day they hit 1 million.
Yep.
They literally posted it. Yeah. So why is it so hard to do that? And 𝐶𝐿𝐴𝐵𝑠𝑐URE, I think if I remember correctly, they're on Game Pass. It's a Game Pass game on Xbox. Mm-hmm. So don't tell me like, oh, well, you can't do the metrics. No, the Steam numbers, there's mainly a console game, Grant.
Well, then I said, but I sent him
a console game, Grant.
But I sent him he was like, show me proof. Okay. So I went to Variety, a very left-leaning magazine article saying that Ubisoft saying that there were 27%, Steam was 27% of the thing. I said, we could do the math.
Yeah, Prepared Art said they're terrified to admit it. They lost money. They did.
Well, it just baffles my mind.
Dude, think about the advertisement for these major games, too. 𝐶𝐿𝐴𝐵𝑠𝑐URE had advertisement somewhat, but not near on the level of fucking
very little
AC Shadows.
Look, I don't think I've seen a YouTube ad for 𝐶𝐿𝐴𝐵𝑠𝑐URE. I haven't seen a commercial.
Now they're everywhere because of the success of the game.
Well, they have no choice.
Yeah. More is obviously most of it is just free advertisement because Steam posted it on their front page after their sales and everything like that. But so I mean, like, to me, it is like, first their excuse why Assassin's Creed Shadows had abysmal Steam numbers was because, it's a single player game. It's going to be mainly console friendly. This is a single player game.
Yeah.
And it hit over 120,000 people on Steam.
It's even
as
more
a turn-based RPG, brother.
It's even more single player friendly because it's not multiplayer.
Think about the Assassin's Creed name. Couldn't break this game's record. 𝐶𝐨𝐵𝐿. This is the first of its. This is their first fucking game.
Here's the thing about 𝐶𝐨𝐵𝐿 that I do know. A lot of us in the gaming world knew about this game was coming out. Half of the people didn't expect it to be as good as it is, and then the other half never even heard of this game until everybody started talking about it at all.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, nobody's ever heard of this game.
It has a random name.
Yeah, I know.
A name like that you want to expect to be whatever, Yeah.
Because you don't really if you looked at this game and without knowing the game, you're like, the fuck is this, like a fucking Paris, fucking Christopher Columbus? Like I'm driving around on a boat, like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
All right. So anyway, let's.
All right, top 10,
buddy.
Top to the top 10.
All right, our top 10.
Let's breeze through this top 10 because we got some business to hold down. I know you got some business to hold down. We'll breeze through this. All right. Because here's the thing: is a lot of these games we've already talked about. Because you have a deadline you have to beat.
All right, our top 10.
You go call in tomorrow. I got 𝐸𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿. I can't come in.
So, Disgruntled Gamer Rant was the rise of mid gaming. We talked about AAA gaming studios.
Mm-hmm.
This top 10 is the top 10 worst AAA games. Top 10 worst.
Mm-hmm. Did I go last? Did you go last time or me?
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, my number 10 game. My number 10.
Did you call me?
My number 10 is Lord of the Rings Gollum, dude.
Oh yeah, terrible, gross.
This was a fucking abysmal game.
Why would you make a game about Gollum?
But coming from a AAA studio, so like, it's kind of like, you remember the old Lord of the Rings games?
Yeah,
that were like really good.
Yeah.
Oh hell, even Shadows of Mordor, I thought was really good.
Yeah, it's like,
but,
hey, let's make one about
studio's
Boromir.
Gone. Yeah. That studio is gone. But this Lord of the Rings Gollum was just complete trash. What was the studio that made this? Let me look it up real quick. It wasn't on my tip of my tongue. Let's see. Nah, it doesn't say. Anyway, so yeah, Lord of the Rings Gollum. But I mean, this was actually hyped up a lot at the beginning.
Yep.
Because it was a new Lord of the Rings game, right?
Yep.
And it ended up being just a complete trash piece of shit.
Yep. All right.
Go ahead.
My number 10. My number 10. Okay. So we talked about Square Enix. They're actually on my list a lot. So 𝐸𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐿, I don't know how they say it. Square Enix should stick to RPGs and RPGs only. It should stop fucking. Number 10 is Left Alive. It was a tactical stealth shooter spinoff of Front Mission. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, terrible. Square Enix put their name on it, thought this was a good idea. This is why they're fucking terrible. So for every Final Fantasy remake, I got a Left Alive for you, buddies. Trash.
My number 9, Grant, is Resident Evil 6.
Oh boy, mine that's on there too.
Capcom.
It's a little bit further up.
Yeah, Capcom just dropped the ball on this.
This was the perfect idea of we don't know what to do with, like, we've literally run out of ideas, but we have to. I feel like it's kind of like, you ever notice, like, it reminds me of like a musical artist who has to put out like they're contractually obliged to put out 4 albums.
Yeah.
The first 3 albums are good, but the 4th one's rushed and it's kind of shitty because they just had to. That's what this seemed like. That's what this seemed like. It's kind of like it just kind of just threw everything, all the ideas that they took, they didn't want to use for the other ones. They put them all together for this one.
All right, Grant, go ahead.
Number 9, guess who's back on the docket? Square Enix for Marvel's Avengers. Okay, Ed. So Marvel Rivals, great game, right? So you think if you put Marvels and Avengers, wow, Square Enix, sign me up. Meh. Terrible game. Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix. Crystal Dynamics, Lord, man. What were y'all thinking?
This one had like the gameplay loop was just fucking
The bugs
horrendous.
were. Here's the thing: is the bugs were terrible, and even
And
if they said,
they had monetization for this game, like fucking greedy monetization.
yeah,
And it was live service. It was just fucking trash. This was higher up on my list, but
yep.
yeah, I remember being excited for this game. I got it, and I was just like, "What am I playing? This is just lifeless. It's soulless." And how can you make a game called Marvel's Avengers and fail so badly?
Right? Like just that name alone.
Well, I mean, this was back Marvel. I mean, Marvel, the Avengers Endgame. I mean, this was like still popular.
Correct.
You know, Avengers was awesome.
Like when I saw this, I was like, "Oh shit, Marvel's and Square Enix. This is gonna be like a badass RPG."
Yeah,
it was not. It was terrible.
Grant, my number 8. I don't know if you heard of this game, Babylon's Fall. It was made by Platinum Games and helped published by Square Enix.
Square Enix. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people were like, "Oh, Square Enix is like the best company ever."
So this game was live service. It was a train wreck, and it was dead on arrival, Grant.
On arrival, dude.
Not quite like Concord, but it was dead on arrival.
Like, when have you ever heard of a Square Enix game just be dead on arrival? Ever. Like, you know, this is what I'm talking about with that company. They have eternal problems that are terrible. They're eternal. The company is terrible, but I'm not finished with them. Go ahead to the next one because my number 8 is Resident Evil 6. You're on number 7.
Was a big letdown. So Grant, you know, BioWare came out with these 3 awesome games. I mean, the third one was still really good. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 gave us a sci-fi opus. You know, it was still today. Some of the best sci-fi games you can possibly play, sci-fi action games. And it was RPG too. All right. Well, they decided to go away from Shepard and a lot of things that made Mass Effect, you know, why Mass Effect became so popular and such good games and some of the best games ever made. They decided to make a game called Mass Effect Andromeda, which was just a buggy, unfinished story plot. It was just the whole world was just empty. Like it was just they got away from everything, and they decided that it was I always want, when we talk about these games that flop, I always like to go, I wish I could visit the development process of the games, like sit in the room with these guys when they come up with ideas,
and then
or however they come up with ideas,
and just laugh at them profusely.
Yeah. And make fun of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, horrible writing. I mean, it wasn't a Mass Effect game. They should have just called it Andromeda and not put the Mass Effect title on it. All right, Grant, go ahead.
Number 7, 2006. Ed, I had a PlayStation 3 in 2006. I remember you came home from Okinawa, and you're like, "Oh, you got a PlayStation 3. I want to play it." I said, "All right, cool." But I got this game, and this game was called Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, you would think, oh boy, Sonic the Hedgehog? PlayStation 3, sign me up, right? New graphics, worst game ever. They try to put a human hedgehog romance relationship, like that was terrible. The load times of the game was awful. Like tails would fly and like get stuck in a building. Terrible. Like just an awful game. Story was bad. This whole game was just bad. Bad game. But the reason why I put this one on here is because it leads up into my next one. But go ahead.
Grant. My number 6, you know, Xbox. You know, they bought some studios, right? They bought some studios over time, and they decided to come out with a, exclusive. And they hyped this game up so much. There's a game called Redfall, Grant.
Oh boy, I know that game. It's
and
terrible.
This came from
Arcane.
It came from Arcane, who had Deathloop. They had Dishonored. You know, they had a good resume of games they've made. Well, when this game dropped, the AI was complete shit. Like the enemies didn't even see you; they just fucking.
The gunplay was awful.
You were like right next to them; they just fucking like stared at you. So yeah, terrible AI. Painfully, like the world was another empty world. Like you just ran around in these houses, and
but also the concept was shitty. A vampire co-op shooter. What?
Well, there's just nothing to do when you're running around.
Yeah.
Just go. You follow the quest or the objective, but there's just nothing in between. Like you run into vampires every now and then, but it's very empty. And supposedly, I guess they did do updates like way too late to make it a little bit better, but no one still came back to play the game. It
Yeah.
failed horribly.
All right, my number 6. Ed, I told you about Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Well, this
Mhm.
game was also made by Sonic the Hedgehog. And guess who? Square Enix. Balan Wonderworld.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Square Enix, man.
Are you starting to see a trend of my top 10 here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to get to Square Enix again too.
I mean, good God Almighty.
My number 5 was a Marvel's Avengers, so we can
Okay.
continue.
Okay.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 is also another Square Enix game. Oh boy, imagine that. The Quiet Man. Ooh, the Quiet Man. A mute protagonist. He didn't talk. Oh, the Quiet Man. This is what we come up with. We come from Cloud to Sephiroth to the Quiet Man. Ooh, are you feeling the creativity in the room? Get the fuck out of here. This game's fucking trash.
My number 4 is Battlefield 2042.
That's my number 4 as well.
Yeah,
Awful.
Battlefield. Like I love Battlefield. Don't get me wrong. Like the other games.
Yep.
But this one was also like it had bad maps, modes, and it missed a lot of stuff, like basic things from your prior.
I feel like with this game, what they were doing is because Call of Duty was like pumping out games, like not just maps, just games, like, and they needed to do something to like try to like close the gap because they were getting kicked in the dirt. I mean, let's just be honest. Call of Duty was running it for, the last 8 years, it seems like. And they were trying to do something that was just trying to close the gap.
Well, they're trying to do Modern Warfare.
Yeah. And
you know
it
what I
did
mean?
not,
Like,
and it was modernly terrible is what they did.
Yeah. They tried to do that. All right, Grant. You said that was your number 4 too, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, my number 3. Now, this game is kind of unique because it did eventually get kind of better. But Fallout 76, when it first released.
Yep. That's my number 3 as well.
Yeah, it was another PR nightmare and fucking buggy ass mess. And it didn't feel like your other, it didn't feel like the last Fallouts, just, your single player ones. But supposedly from what I'm hearing after all these updates, I mean, it's a better game now, I guess. I mean, but it's just not interesting enough for me to go back. All right, Grant. That was your number 3 too?
Yep.
My number 2, Grant, from EA and BioWare, Anthem. Anthem, when it was, I remember the first like exclusives or world premiere, everyone was like, oh my God, this is a Destiny killer. This is the next greatest thing. And it looked cool. And when you play the game, like it's somewhat fun, but it felt like you could tell they just stopped doing anything to it as soon as the game released. Like you knew that like when it came to updates and patches and stuff, they hardly had any. They didn't do anything to fix this fucking game. And they had a good premise, and they could have probably added on more updates to it to make it better, but they didn't. And they just let it fail. They just gave up on it.
Number 2 is Aliens Colonial Marines. Gearbox Studios, man.
Gearbox. Oh, yeah.
Yep. The AI was awful. Like, the demo looked completely different than the actual game. Like, the demo looked good. The game was terrible. There was actually, like, a typo in the code that, like, made the enemy behavior, like, unplayable. This game became a meme for failure, dude.
There was what was it? They've had some. So I like they're kind of hit or miss a lot on these Alien games.
Yeah.
Alien Isolation, I really loved.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fantastic game, but it got the critical reception by major publications, like slammed this game, but it was actually really good. Like the user score for this game was really good. And there's another game that's kind of like a RTS somewhat is, what is it called? Dark Descent. Have you ever played that?
I know what it is.
It's really good. Like it's surprisingly good. But that's also a game that got really good user ratings. But yeah, Alien games are really hit or miss.
Yeah.
And it's funny how they made a really good one and never made a sequel to it or something similar to it, which was
Yeah.
Isolation.
Yeah.
That was pretty. I mean, it was legit. Like we had people were missing the dead space, even though this is more survival. This is more survival, kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
But making those scary space games, dude, they're few and far between.
Yeah.
All right, Grant, my number one is a surprising one. Okay, because I just thought they really dropped the ball on this one, but it later became one of the best. Well, I would say best open world games later on.
Mm-hmm.
That's Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, that had
at launch.
Yeah, it had a bad launch.
At launch. This one was like it was riddled with bugs. I mean, the game.
I was gonna put that on my list. I
still finished. I played it on like the Xbox. What was it? Xbox One X or whatever it is. When it first released before the Series X. I played it on that, and I liked the game, but it was so unpolished.
Yeah.
But I still loved the game. But the hype for this game was really a big failure when it launched. But then they fixed it, dude. Boy, did they go at it, and they brought awesome DLC and Phantom Liberty. And it ends up being today is one of the best open world games.
Yeah. No, I was gonna put that on my list, but they fixed it. But so I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. My number one is Anthem. I've never been more hyped about a game than, dude. I'll never
remember us talking about it,
dude. I never forget
talking about it,
dude. I remember buying this game, downloading it. I'll never forget it. It was on a Friday night, release night. I was like, man, I'm about to buy this game. I canceled all my plans. No honeys, back away. No ladies. I can't be with you tonight. Can't be with y'all tonight.
You just said you and what ladies?
Back away. Shoot.
Hey man, we don't lie on this podcast, buddy.
Shoot.
We don't lie on this gaming podcast.
Get out of here. So
you ain't have no honeys. Nope.
Anyway,
no one calling you. Only person texting was me. Yeah, no lineup.
It's pretty much true. Anyway, I immediately was disappointed in this game. Now I will say this: it's like everything that they did about this game, they put it into the flying. The flying was the best part about this game. Here's the thing: is I flew around for like 2 hours hoping that this game, I think I was like manifesting the law of attraction, manifesting this game to get better, and it never did. I played. I'll never forget this. I played this game on a Friday and deleted it on a Sunday. That was it. And I've never played it again.
Such a letdown.
Dude, I was so disappointed. Like, I even got my brother-in-law to buy it. Like, he was playing it. And he was like, this game, here's the thing. I hype this game so up in my head. I always do this. Like, if I hype something up and I want to give it a chance, like, a piece of me knew it was terrible, but he was like, man, this game sucks. I was like, shut up. You don't know nothing about gaming. I was like defending the game. I was like, do you take your ass? Do you shut your mouth? But he was right. It was a terrible game.
Yeah. All right. That was the top 10.
That's the top 10.
Top 10 worst AAA games. Okay. I mean, there's so many more, but.
Oh, yeah. But I should have, what I should have done was nah, because we already added a bunch of them. We should have did top 10 worst Square Enix games just to piss everybody off. They could have been. I mean, that's the thing. Here's the thing: is that's what people don't understand. That was the point of me putting a bunch of Square Enix games in there. Because for every Final Fantasy remake and for every, first of all, Final Fantasy 13 would have been on there. I'm going to tell you, trash game. For every game, for every Final Fantasy 14 or for every, what else? What's the other game I'm thinking of? Not the non-Final Fantasy game that's really good. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
What are you talking about?
With the chick with the big ass. What we're talking about?
The chick with the big ass.
Yeah, it's a Square Enix game. The one that they made. The real good one.
I don't know.
Anyway, for every game like that, there's a bunch of these other. I have a top 10 list of worst ones.
What game? I'm curious now. What game you're talking about?
God, I can't even think of it.
I think everyone is curious of what game you're talking about here. A game with the girl with the big ass.
I have to type in good Square Enix games. It's probably going to take me back to the 90s. Let's see. Near Automata. There we go.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that was an awesome game.
That's what I'm saying. So for every time Near Automata was good, you sound like Krang from Ninja Turtles. For every Near Automata was good, I can name 17 games that were terrible. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, Nier Automata also came out 8 years ago.
Yeah, but my point is this: is I couldn't name any SquareSoft games that were bad. I can name some that were better than the other ones, but then none of them were bad. Can you name a bad SquareSoft game?
I can't name a bad
Brave
SquareSoft.
Fitzer Musashi is probably my least favorite, but it was
It's
still a good game.
I like
Yeah.
Brave Fitzer.
Yeah.
No, man, I can't
That's
think
what I'm
of a bad SquareSoft
That's
game.
what I'm saying. Like you can rank them from good to worst, but worst is still an 8.
What was that dumb game they did make? Were they still SquareSoft then? Something, the Bouncer or some shit? Were they still SquareSoft then?
I think I remember. I know what you're talking about. They're trying to do something different.
Yeah, they were trying to do something different.
You might be right.
Let me look. The Bouncer came out in 2000.
They might have still been SquareSoft then.
Square. Let's see. Square. I mean, they're not saying SquareSoft.
Yeah, because I don't think they became Square Enix until
Square
2001.
Electronic Arts. Oh no, it was SquareSoft. It's on the cover. Yeah. So that was.
I didn't play it
when it first I played it a little bit. It was okay, but it wasn't. It was not a good game. I would say. I don't think it was a good game. Yeah.
But my point is, you had to research. You had to really think about a bad SquareSoft game. You know, like I just listed 5 bad Square.
Yeah, 2B prepared artists. Yeah, 2B.
Like I just listed 5 bad Square Enix games. And I could, and that's not even, and I could name 3 bad Final Fantasy games.
They need to bring 2B back some way. All right. It's 8 years since the last Nier game. Why?
I'm just saying, man. Like my point. Here's my thing is let me just tell you what happened. Let me just tell you what I saw before we get into the random game roulette. That's going to pick a terrible game. I already know it. I feel the energy of a bad game coming up. Go ahead and get that cranked up. Go ahead and just type it in while I talk. Immediately, whenever everybody was praising 𝐶𝐴𝐵𝑠𝑞𝑒, I'm about to say Square Obscure, 𝐶𝐴𝐵𝑠𝑞𝑒. All the praise was coming out. Dude, all the meat riders were coming out for Square Enix. Like I'm talking about all the big dildo dick riders were coming out. And I'm talking about double-sided dildo dick riders were coming out for this for Square Enix. I'm talking about it was but what about they would do it if they made a Final Fantasy 13 remake. No, that would actually put them into bankruptcy because nobody likes that game because it's fucking trash. Lightning is a trash character. Everybody in that game is awful. I can't name one character in that game besides Lightning, and she's trash. So I can imagine they're all dumpster juice. So just and then everybody's like, well, and I was like, okay, yeah, you've named 3 good games. I can name 17 bad ones. Since they became Square Enix, they have the success rate is a lot lower. Dude, like I said, SquareSoft, 90% clip rate of successful games. Square Enix, 60% good games. It's a huge hit. That's a big hit. That's bad. That's not good. Especially that's it reminds me of what is it? It's kind of like when Shaq was playing for the Celtics. He was once a dominant player. Now he's coming off the bench.
All right, Grant.
I see the look on your face. It's a garbage game. Don't even just.
Last segment of the podcast is a random game roulette. This is where we ask AI to give us a random game to talk about.
Take a dump on our face, basically.
And learn a little video game history if we don't know the game. And Grant, we probably do not know this game. Yeah. I don't know the game. All right, Grant, you ready for the game?
You might be surprised. I might know it. We'll see.
You might know it. You might. All right, let me pull it up.
the look on your face is just our luck has run out. I told you.
All right. The game is 𝐿𝐵𝐿.
I know this game. I don't know this game. I know this cover. I remember this cover.
The Forever Man on Sega Genesis in '92.
Yeah, I remember this game, but I never played it because I didn't have a Sega. But I know what it is.
I never.
I used to think it was cool.
𝐿𝐵𝐿.
Let me ask you a question. I want to find out, why did they change the name from the Sega Mega Drive to the Sega Genesis? Like, when did that happen? I thought it was always the Sega Genesis. Was it not?
The Mega Drive was in Japan, was it not? Or it was named in Japan or something like that, right?
I don't know.
I forgot the deal behind that. Let's see. Sega Mega Drive. I mean, it's saying it's pretty much the same damn thing.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying, why did they change the name? Like, why did they change the name?
Now, it's because it's outside North America.
Okay.
Mega Drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was just
Genesis
an American
was
thing.
inside.
Gotcha.
Inside
Gotcha.
America.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
All right. Yeah, sure.
So that means this game was probably outside of America.
Okay, so let's learn some facts before we play gameplay.
𝐿𝐵𝐿.
𝐿𝐵𝐿. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. 𝐿𝐵𝐿. Anyway, so 𝐿𝐵𝐿, the Forever Man.
It's actually pronounced 𝐿𝐵𝐿.
Shut up. The game is based on a comic book character created by Robert Krauss. 𝐿𝐵𝐿 was a mysterious, immortal warrior who battles supernatural evil. The premise is super dark.
Okay.
What?
I'm so tired. Dude, how many supernatural warriors? Read that description again. How many people can you name?
𝐿𝐵𝐿 was a mysterious, immortal warrior who battles supernatural evil.
How many characters can you name that did, like, I mean, come on.
All right, the premise is super dark. 𝐿𝐵𝐿 defeats death in a duel and is cursed with immortality until he destroys all supernatural evil across the universe. It's essentially a never-ending punishment.
It's essentially Dracula.
Yeah, it was one of the earliest Genesis games with non-linear level selection. You could choose your path through the different elemental realms: earth, water, fire, and air. The game is really hard. It had stiff controls, complex level design, and harsh enemies, making it infamous for its difficulty among 90s gamers. There's no real ending. After beating the elemental realms, you're sent to another realm with even harder enemies, implying 𝐿𝐵𝐿's torment never ends.
So let's look at this cover.
There's a sequel. Canceled.
Well, that must
Canceled Dreamcast sequel. A sequel called 𝐿𝐵𝐿: The Forever Man 2 was in development for Sega Dreamcast, but it was canceled before release.
Well, there's a lot of things canceled on the Dreamcast.
And it has very gothic aesthetic and music. All right.
Well, anyway, so let's look at this cover real quick before we get to the gameplay, and let's see if the gameplay looks anything like the cover. Because this is a pretty good looking cover. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is pretty good looking, isn't it? It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Pretty cool looking, Grant. All right. Are you ready for that 𝐿𝐵𝐿?
Mm-hmm.
𝐿𝐵𝐿. All right. Let me share my screen and get that gameplay. Got it?
Yep.
Let's do the start screen and then I'll fast forward.
Oh God, what is that? They got the arpeggiator going.
It's annoying, isn't it?
It is bad.
It has been
It's
so
like at the
long,
lowest.
very long. I've hunted evil no less than 1,000 years. Yet
I'm like every other comic character in the world.
Pain started. God.
I can't hear you over this fucking terrible ass music. He didn't even hit him. He just put out his sword and they ran into it. He's not even hitting his sword. He's just holding it out.
Just put it on the ground.
That's not running into a Slayer. I haven't seen him kill anything. This music's awful. The sound effects is grotesque.
All right.
Like, I didn't see him kill one enemy. He just held out his sword and they ran into it. Like, he didn't do anything.
Well, that was 𝐿𝐵𝐿, the Forever Man, 92 Sega Genesis.
I will forever never play this game.
God, that was annoying music.
God, that was terrible. It's like they
Apologize for people that are later that listen to this podcast driving around having to listen
I feel
to
like
that.
deaf people can hear that music. It was terrible.
Yeah. Okay, Grant. It's time to go back playing 𝐶𝐵𝐿.
All right, guys. Well, that's the podcast. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Prepared Artists, thanks for being here.
As usual.
Go follow us on. Go hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the good stuff. If you got a top 10, drop the top 10. We'll do the top 10. Ed, you got anything to add?
No.
You ready to go, ain't you?
I'm ready to go.
Well, I'm going to come up with another segment real quick. All right, guys. We'll see y'all Friday. Peace.
Peace.